Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gull Payne here, just with a very quick WrestleMania 39 review. I've just watched WrestleMania, well, I watched night 1 yesterday and I watched night 2 today, so I'm just going to give my thoughts on what happened. So I didn't watch the pre-show because I don't really like the pre-show, to be honest. It seems to be them just sitting around at the table, so I didn't watch it, sorry. It started off with, so basically it was, this WrestleMania was in Los Angeles, California, at the SoFi Stadium, and night 1 had an attendance of just 80,497, and night 2 had an attendance of 81,395. So for a combined attendance of 161,892. So that's quite the feat. Compared to COVID times, it's gone up significantly. So The Miz and Snoop Dogg were the hosts, and it was okay. I think the New Day were really good. They did a really good job of it. And The Miz and Snoop Dogg were just sort of like, I don't know, there to like hype up the crowd or something, I guess. I don't know. I think Snoop Dogg had a better appearance in AEW when he did like a jump off the ropes. And he also saved night 2 as well when Shane McMahon went down, so that's something to talk about as well later on. So the first match was Austin Theory and John Cena. So Austin Theory is excellent. He is fantastic. Appears he's going to be like really big in the future. When he was with Johnny Gargano in NXT, you could just tell that like Johnny Gargano is really good, but Austin Theory he just seems to be on another level. So you could even tell in NXT as well that he was sort of, you know, I don't know, is it because he's really good in the ring, but he's also got like, you know, a great look and all that as well. But Austin Theory was the champion and he defeated John Cena. There wasn't really much in the match. It was kind of, I didn't think John Cena was going to win because Cena is sort of away from WWE at the moment and he's only making like sporadic appearances, so it would have been extremely unlikely for them to put the United States Championship on Cena, whereas Theory has it and he's there every week, so it makes far more sense anyway. I wanted Austin Theory to win anyway because I didn't really watch WWE when John Cena was big, so I don't have an affection for John Cena, or I wasn't following his career because I only started watching it like, I'd say when Sting came back in that WrestleMania against Triple H. That was when I started rewatching WWE, and then I kind of sporadically watched it and I stopped watching it for a while, then I watched it back again. But I'm happy enough with Austin Theory winning. So that was a good match. And then the next match then was the WrestleMania showcase match. So this was obviously for the people that they wanted to have on the show, but they couldn't really, you know, there wasn't like a story going on with them at the moment, or there wasn't like a real reason for them to have a beef with someone else. So they just put them all in a tag team match, which was actually one of the best matches, on the card. It was one of the shortest as well, which is a surprise because there was 4 tag teams in it and it was quite short. It was the Street Profits, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, which are a really good tag team, Alpha Academy, which are not a good tag team, and the Viking Raiders. So the Viking Raiders have really gone off the boil in the past while. Ever since they had that sort of comedy sketch with the Street Profits, like ages ago, I think it was during the pandemic when they were in like the bin. It's not the bin, they were in the dumpster, and then there was like some sort of like octopus thing or something. It was stupid. But Street Profits here are easily the best tag, apart from the best tag team in WWE are the Usos, like hands down. But the Street Profits are amazing. Montez Ford, I like Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford together, but Montez Ford needs to be a singles, and I don't know, just have like Angelo Dawkins as his like friend, or he needs to be a single as well, and they could still be a tag team, but they could also do single stuff, because the tag team kind of division, I hate when they call it the division, the tag team kind of scene on WWE, it's kind of like, it's just the Usos, because they have 2 belts. It's like all the other teams don't really have anything to fight for, so they should, I don't know, take the belts, re-put the SmackDown and the Raw belts on each brand, because with the belts together, it's not really, the other tag teams don't really have anything to do, like, so, plus they don't really have any beefs either, which was a problem. But so the Street Profits won, which was, I think, was the best decision there, because the Street Profits, they are a tag team. They're not just 2 guys put together like Ricochet and Braun Strowman, sort of like Alpha Academy as well, because Chad Gable was with the other guy as well, but then kind of Otis was with Heavy Machinery, and then his partner disappeared. So yeah, and I know the Viking Raiders are the War Raiders. They've been going for years and years and years, but I think the Street Profits, that was a deserved win. Next up this was a very interesting match, and this kind of went a lot longer than I think it would have gone, was Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. Seth Seth Rollins, when he came out, his outfit is awesome. It was really, really cool. And then he had the Jeff Jarrett kind of pink, like, I don't know what you call it, just like the thing when you're a heel, you make yourself like so everyone hates you. He had the pink thing on, which was hilarious. And then Logan Paul did the Shawn Michaels entrance, and like the crowd didn't really seem to care at all. So it was really weird. Like a lot of you could hear, like there was so many people there, like it was difficult to hear, but you could hear the pop that a lot of the wrestlers got. And Seth Rollins was amazing. His entrance was done by an orchestra guy, what do you call him? I can't remember now what it's called, but the conductor did his entrance, and he conducted the crowd, which was really funny. But they had to sub in music because I don't think people really knew what was going on. They should have probably told them before that, this is what the conductor is going to do, and can you all sing along Seth Rollins' songs. It was really interesting when KSI revealed himself. He was in the like the whatever Logan Paul's like underdosed energy drink is. He was in that, and then it was really funny when Seth Rollins put KSI onto the Spanish announce table, and then Logan Paul went through. Logan Paul is a really good wrestler. You can see he's moving his feet a little fast and all that, which is according to Jim Cornette, is a telltale sign. But he's really good actually, and I think he's hanging pretty well with them, considering like a lot of the crowd like really don't like him or don't want him there. Seth Rollins won that one. That was a really good match, and it was a really good ending as well. That was very entertained. And then the next match then was Trish Stratus, Lita and Becky Lynch, and they were versus Damage Control. So I didn't really have any investment in this match at all, to be honest. Like Becky Lynch, I really like Becky Lynch. She's amazing, but I think she should be a single. I know she's a tag team with Lita, but I don't know, this match just didn't really, it went on for a long time as well. It went on for like 15 minutes. Damage Control were the tag team champions. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't have had like the tag team championship on the line and just have it like the way the Freebird rule. So like the three of them versus the three of them, and then have the tag team on the line, because Damage Control are already a trio anyway. And Trish Stratus, Lita and Becky Lynch could have been a three, and they could have, like, it would have made the match a little, like, have a little bit more something on the line, because it was just like three women versus three women. So I don't know. Trish Stratus, Lita and Becky Lynch won it, unsurprisingly. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. This was an interesting one because I don't really want to see a father beat up his son, but I think they should have made more of the tweet that Rey Mysterio, a lot of people made fun of Rey Mysterio for saying this. He had like a tweet up and he said, "Can't wait to go home and beat my kids." But he meant like beat them at, like, I think it was Mario Kart or something anyway. It was a video game, but it was really funny. He was like, can't wait to go home and beat my kids. And he did beat his kid here. So Rey Mysterio defeated Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio is way better as a bad guy than he was as a good guy. When he was with Rey Mysterio, when he was his like tag team partner, it was awful. Like, it was so bad. But now that he's like in jail and he's with what's her name, Rhea Ripley, that's like way better. He's so much better. Like that, it was so bad when he was in a tag team with Rey Mysterio. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Then this was probably apart from the main event, was probably the best match. It was the second longest match as well. So this one went like 23 and a half minutes. So Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. I thought Charlotte Flair was going to retain here, but it is probably a better decision to have Rhea Ripley win the championship there. It was also interesting how Charlotte Flair was like laughing at the end of it. I was sure that something like Dominic was going to come out and try and help Rhea Ripley, and then Andrade was going to come out and help Charlotte, but that didn't happen. I think Andrade is probably still with AEW, but I don't know, Rhea Ripley, like, she is the top. Like, when Becky Lynch sort of is doing kind of nothing, like, I know she's women's tag team champion, but I don't think they give that tag team champion enough prestige. So Rhea Ripley is at the top. Charlotte Flair is just so good. I've never seen her have a bad match. The best match that I've seen in years was when it was a Raw match, and Charlotte was the champion, and when Bayley was like the good guy. Bayley was challenging her, and that was like, it was the first time I remember in ages where I really wanted Bayley to win. This was like a few years ago, maybe like 2017 or 2016. I can't remember when it was now. Well, it would have been 2017 or 2018. But yeah, I really wanted Rhea Ripley to win as well, but I didn't really mind if Charlotte retained as champion, because she's on another level. The women's matches, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, this was probably the best match on the card, I think. Although the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match was good as well, but speak about that in a second. Then there was a random one where I really like when they do this as well. The Miz and Snoop Dogg were talking something, I don't know what even happened, I wasn't even paying attention. And then Snoop Dogg made a match with Pat McAfee. And I love when Pat McAfee comes out and then they put the camera on Michael Cole, because Michael Cole is just like super happy. It's really good to see Michael Cole like way more personality, or way more like even like character in the last like year. I don't know what's happened. I know everyone says it's because Vince McMahon left and he's no longer screaming in his ear, but yeah, Michael Cole having like way more character is really good, and him so happy when Pat McAfee comes out. I love that. I wish they did that more often, but if they did it more often then it'd probably lose its shine. So yeah, so Pat McAfee defeated The Miz. That was just nothing. Like, it was way better last year when he was facing Baron Corbin, and then some American football guy who I don't know about American football. He came out and helped Pat McAfee, so The Miz was screwed out of his WrestleMania match. And then the main event. Now this was a really good main event. This was excellent. I don't know when. I'll have to look it up, but I don't know when the last time in WWE they had like a main event as a tag team match. I know they had like triple threat matches and all that, but a tag team match as the main event. Now I like the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn won the match, but I don't know, for this storyline that I've been following, this is the only reason I watch Raw and SmackDown, is for the Bloodline and the Sami Zayn storyline. There's no other storylines that are any good apart from LA Knight, who's just amazing. Yeah, but there's no really other storylines that are very good in WWE. I don't think, anyway. You might disagree. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I don't think they should be together. I know everyone wanted it and they're friends and all that, and they needed someone to be with Sami Zayn so he could like take on Jimmy and Jey Uso. But all I wanted to happen was that for Sami Zayn, call me old fashioned, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso to be friends again. And I hope that they do something where they hatch a plan for Jey Uso to basically like take the championship of Roman, because I don't think Cody Rhodes should have won it. Definitely not Cody Rhodes. Although I do really like Cody Rhodes, but I don't think he should have won it. I think Jey Uso should win it, and I think Sami Zayn should help him win it. I don't know if they're going that way, but I don't know. Because I don't know, there should have been, if they had more, they needed more emotion in this match as well. I know everyone really likes Sami Zayn at the moment. Kevin Owens is always popular. Last year he was in, well, the main event with Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was awesome. Like, that was so good. It was such an honor for Owens to be with Stone Cold in his last match and all that. But I just think that, I don't know, I kind of, when you wishfully think, or you kind of, you wanted to turn out a certain way. Like, I could see it coming a mile away if Sami Zayn and Jey Uso were just like hatching a plan, or they've been beating each other up deliberately so that Roman Reigns wouldn't see something coming. So that'd be great. But anyway, it was a good match. 24 minutes, 15 seconds. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, really, really good tag team match. Loads of different spots. Kevin Owens always has some kind of sort of weird thing. They had the one, I thought it was called the 1D, but it's called something else now. The Usos finishing move, the one and only or something, I don't know. So that's night one. Night one was pretty good. I think night two was better just because of the main event in night two. But night one had, I actually think that Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley should have been the main event for night one. I know the tag team match had more sort of like storyline and it had more, like a lot more going into it, but I think Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley should have been the main event. Night two then started off again with The Miz and Snoop Dogg, and then I don't know, I didn't find that good at all. I think the New Day would have been better as hosts again. There was a little thing with Austin Cruz. No, he's called Xavier Woods in WWE. With him, where he was doing like some of the matches they were putting into 2K23, the game, and they were kind of seeing who's going to win from the game, the video game, from his channel, Up, Up, Down, Down. Now that's like a big shock, because I used to watch Sheamus's Celtic Warrior workouts like all the time, like every week, every time he used to come out. And then because they banned the social media, like the YouTube channels or something like that, or the YouTube channels for the wrestlers, like Sheamus stopped doing the Celtic Warrior workouts. Up, Up, Down, Down stopped for a while as well. But I'm glad to see it back, because I do like Up, Up, Down, Down. My favourite one is actually AJ Styles. He has like 6 episodes of retro Styles, which is fantastic. That's really, really good. Night two then, after The Miz and Snoop Dogg, I like The Miz, I like Snoop Dogg, but I don't like whatever they were trying to do there. It was just stupid. Brock Lesnar, I mean, what are they doing with Omos? He's like huge, but like he's lost to Lashley and now he's lost to Lesnar. Is he like Dolph Ziggler, like job guy, you know, to the stars or something? Like, I don't understand what they're trying to do with him. Even if, like, I half thought that Bobby Lashley was going to come out and cost Brock Lesnar the match, just like Lesnar cost Bobby Lashley the US Championship a while ago, but they didn't do that. They just had Brock Lesnar beat Omos. So, like, that's Omos. What are they doing with him? Like, I don't understand. They're probably just paying him loads of money. Or maybe they're telling him, you know, with the way they sort of do it sometimes is they'll have someone lose to a load of people and then they'll put the championship on that person and then he'll beat all those other people then. So like, you know, that they're legitimate contenders when they go to challenge him because they've already beaten him. So they might do something like that, I don't know. But Omos is really, I really like Omos. He doesn't have much character because they're not really letting him talk. But he's class, like he's huge. Then the showcase match, the next match was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, Shotzi Blackheart, I think she's just called Shotzi now, Chelsea Green. Shocked to see Chelsea Green after seeing her on Matt Cardona's, you know, like his the Greatest Wrestling Figure podcast. So strange to see her in WWE. And then Sonya Deville as well. So, like, what are they doing with Ronda Rousey? Like, why is she in this tag team match? I don't know. Her and Shayna Baszler should have a feud or something, because they're like, there's no one that can legitimately beat Ronda Rousey in the women's division. Like, you can't suspend your belief with Ronda Rousey. Even when she gets beaten, it's like it's luck, or you're just like you're kind of brought, you know, you're brought back down to earth and said, okay, this is obviously scripted, because none of them can beat her except Shayna Baszler, because she's a legitimate fighter, so she could beat Ronda Rousey. But none of the rest of them could. Like, Liv Morgan wouldn't have a hope. Natalya, none of them would have a hope against Ronda Rousey. So it's very difficult to suspend your belief. I do like Shayna Baszler as well. Her music used to be excellent, and then they changed her music. She had really good music, and then they changed it. I don't know. I don't like Ronda Rousey's music either. I like Ronda Rousey, but it's very difficult to suspend your belief when she's around, because she's so, like, tough. She's obviously, like, the way she carries herself, like, she's an obvious fighter, like, so. Yeah, this match wasn't very good, to be honest. Not compared to the tag team match with the men. The showcase one was a lot better than the women's one. I think that's because they let the men do more jumping off stuff. I don't know, but Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, they won by Ronda Rousey. She didn't really seem to do anything. Just came in and caught Liv Morgan in an armbar, and then Liv Morgan just submitted, or whoever it was. The next one then, I was really looking forward to this match, because I really like Sheamus. Obviously really like Sheamus, really likes Becky Lynch and Finn Balor as well. So I think Gunther or Walter is like, he's the best kind of wrestler, or, you know, he has the most legitimacy of anyone, even more than Roman Reigns, I think, or Cody Rhodes, because he's like, everything that was presented, or the way he's being presented, is like he's like the wrestler's wrestler. So I don't mind if he wins every single match he's in, to be honest. I thought it was awful when Cody Rhodes knocked Gunther out of the Royal Rumble. I thought that was terrible. Like, what are they doing having Cody Rhodes was handed Everton in AEW, and basically that's why the fans turned on him. So, like, they don't, like, do they really want to do the same thing in WWE? I suppose they don't really, like, but Gunther, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, this was a great match. I was really invested in this, because I wanted Sheamus to win, but I didn't really want Drew McIntyre. I do like Drew McIntyre, but I didn't want him in the match. I thought it'd be better with just Sheamus and Gunther, and to do that thing again where they just stand there staring at each other, and then all of their, like, henchmen fight each other, and then they just don't move. I think Sheamus should have probably won it like a good while ago, if he was going to win it, and then put, like, Gunther into, like, another kind of feud with another babyface. But that's why I thought, I actually thought Cody was going to win the title, kind of half thought Cody was going to win the title, and then they were going to put, like, the Intercontinental Championship on Drew McIntyre or Sheamus, and then have Gunther challenge Cody as a heel, or else have Austin Theory lose the title to John Cena, and then have Austin Theory challenge Cody as a heel as well. But that didn't happen at all. So Gunther retained the title, and this was a brilliant match. It was really good. Yeah, just fantastic match. Bianca Belair then, this one had the least, for me, apart from the stupid showcase matches. They should have done something, like, if they just had them, like, you know, one of them annoyed each other, it would have been better. But in the showcase matches, Bianca Belair and Asuka, I don't think anyone Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, they're really good, but Bianca Belair is just, she is so top raw at the moment. I would have been really unhappy. I really like Asuka, but I wouldn't have been very happy if Bianca Belair had lost the women's championship, because she's just amazing. She's so good. She's so athletic and strong, and she's such a good talker as well. And she's a really good babyface, and I think she should be the champion for like ages. It's sort of like a, you know, like sort of like what they're doing with Roman Reigns, but in like a babyface thing. Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't following, I must have missed it. I don't know, like, the Bianca Belair and Asuka stuff, I just must have missed it. I haven't been following Raw. I watched SmackDown because I really like the Bloodline storyline, but I haven't really been watching Raw that much. It's tough to watch it, like 3 hours, it's a tough watch. And then the next bit then was a total disaster. The Miz and Snoop Dogg came out again and started arguing, and then this was so stupid. I thought they were going to bring out Jay White or something. That would have been way better. So Shane McMahon comes out, and you know, what the hell, like, Shane McMahon comes out to fight the Miz. Oh, that's great. Shane McMahon, who won the greatest, you know, the greatest Royal Rumble or whatever, not the greatest Royal Rumble, he won the best wrestler in the world or something, I don't know. That was so stupid. But to have him come out, and I think he lasted about maybe like 30 seconds or a bit longer, and he just like went down on his knee and his knee went out, and he's just like, the trainers are in. And then Snoop Dogg must have just called an audible, or maybe they had it planned anyway, I don't know. But Snoop Dogg came in, hit the Miz, and then done like the Rock's people's elbow. He didn't have an elbow pad to throw away, so he threw away his sunglasses. It was really good. If that was an audible and Snoop Dogg just decided to do that, that was genius, because Shane McMahon, ugh, what an idiot. I'm sure he's a very nice guy, Shane McMahon, but that was like, I mean, surely to God there was someone else that could have got to do that. And then, like, the Pat McAfee one was good when he came out and had the fight with the Miz. That was really good, but then Shane McMahon, not so good. This next one, I really wanted Finn Balor to win this one, because, you know, Finn Balor, I love Finn Balor, he's amazing. I don't really know Edge either, because I didn't watch WWE. I watched WWE when I was younger, up until about like maybe 1999, because I always watched WCW. And then once WCW went out of business, then I stopped watching it. I didn't watch at all in 2000 till 2010. I didn't really watch till 2016, so I missed Edge's career as well. I know who Edge is, obviously, but I wasn't really invested in Edge, whereas I am much more invested in Finn Balor, because I saw him in New Japan, and then in NXT, and then obviously in WWE before his like injury. But this was a really long match, and I thought they were going to do more, because it was a Hell in a Cell match, so I thought they were going to have that, like, you know, that normal Hell in a Cell where they go on top of it and then they fight around it, but they didn't do that. They stayed in the cell, and Finn Balor got a really bad, I don't know what Edge did, but he threw the ladder and it just hit his face and it just split him open. And because Finn Balor had so much paint on him, you couldn't see the blood, but there was a big, massive pile of blood in the ring. Well, not massive, but it was fairly substantial. So that must have been Finn Balor's blood. Otherwise, I don't know what it was. But Edge won. I don't think Edge should have won this, to be honest. I think, like, they already had, like, you know, Lita and Trish Stratus win. And I know probably Edge isn't that much older than Finn Balor, probably. There's probably like 9 years between them, like, but I think Finn Balor should have won. Or again, like, do something with the Judgment Day, like bring the Judgment Day out, and if Edge wins, then they say like, yes, well, you should be in the Judgment Day again, Edge, because like Edge isn't really doing anything at the moment, apart from fighting the Judgment Day. And then the main event, then, this was awesome. There was like still like, I think I looked at the clock and there was like 40 or 50 minutes left in it, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to go for ages. But then I remembered, well, Roman Reigns' entrance takes like 10 minutes anyway, so I love that when he comes out. Cody Rhodes comes out, his music is amazing, and it was really nice to see like -1 in the audience with Brandy Rhodes and Cody's daughter as well. That was really nice. But that was like a real telegraph when he went over to his wife and he picked up his kid. That was a real telegraph that they weren't going to come into the ring after the match, because, you know, the last few years when like a babyface has won, like I remember when Kofi Kingston won, like he brought his children into the ring and all that. So that was maybe a bit of a telegraph, I don't know, or maybe that was just what they planned to do anyway. Roman Reigns comes out. He doesn't really have any special, like Cody had like ridiculous WrestleMania gear. He had like angel wings. He had his Homelander jacket on. And Roman Reigns doesn't have anything. He just has like I think he had like a new glove and red shoes. So I don't know, Roman Reigns is just the best wrestler in the world. There's no one better than him. Like, you could say Kenny Omega or Jay White or Okada, but I still think Roman Reigns is the best wrestler in the world. Maybe Bianca Belair actually now, but Roman Reigns come out, Solo Sikoa is there with him. I don't know, he just doesn't really have much character, to be honest. He looks so much like Rikishi though. Way more than the Usos. And then, yeah, this was a good match. Cody got all his moves in. He got all of his father's moves in as well. I love when he does his father's moves. It's really good. I really do like Cody. I like all the wrestlers that are on this. There's no one I dislike. But I didn't want Cody to win this. I don't know why. I just really like when Roman Reigns is the champion, and I like the bloodline storyline. I want that to keep going. I want Jey Uso to beat Roman Reigns, and I want Sami Zayn to help Jey Uso to beat Roman Reigns to the championship. So anyone else, I don't care who it is, not even my man Bobby Lashley, or if Will Hobbs went to AEW, or sorry, went from AEW to WWE, I'd still want Jey Uso. Will Hobbs was my favorite wrestler in AEW. I'd want Jey Uso to beat Roman Reigns. I think that's just where the story's going, but probably won't. Roman Reigns will probably get beaten by, I don't know, they'll probably offer MJF the, you can come to WrestleMania and beat Roman Reigns if you come to WWE. So Roman Reigns, there was a lot of misdirects in this. When the Usos came out, and then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out as well. Again, they could have done way more, even if it was just Sami Zayn just looking at Roman Reigns for a while, or like Sami Zayn looking at Jey Uso for a while, or just something for a couple of seconds. I think Jericho was really good at that, like the little subtle things. They just didn't do it. I suppose like they're really busy, like they got to do it, like they're under time constraints and all that as well, and it's live and all that. Even with Cody, when he was going to get the Samoan Spike from Solo Sikoa, you could see like he was going towards the corner, like waiting for Solo Sikoa to come in and give him the spike. Like, so I don't know, the camera placement sometimes was not very good. It was very good when Finn Balor got that the ladder into the face though. That was like a very good camera shot. There was also a really bad Charlotte Flair when she broke her nose, or she cut her nose. Like, that was a great camera shot. You could see her face, like, oh, it's horrible. So Roman Reigns wins. I'm happy with Roman Reigns winning. Actually, I didn't want Cody to win, even though I really do like Cody. I just want Jey Uso to win because I really like Jey Uso, and I think he should beat Roman Reigns. But yeah, that was it. Really good WrestleMania. Last year's WrestleMania, the 2 nights were amazing. But this year, with the bloodline and all that, I don't know, even with the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens victory, I think last year's WrestleMania was better. Just because Stone Cold Steve Austin was in it probably. And I think Becky Lynch and a lot of the other kind of people had shined more than this year, because they had a lot of the legends in it this year as well. Rey Mysterio going to the Hall of Fame was awesome as well. But yeah, I don't know, it was good. I really liked this year, but it wasn't. I think last year was better. So that's my quick review. Well, it probably wasn't that quick, of night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. So let me know what you think of WrestleMania in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and appreciate you watching till the end.